Okay, so we started off class today by writing some expressions, and this is something that's going to help you with writing equations like we started yesterday. We probably should have done this first. So we worked on a few together, and there's going to be 5 or 6 of them here that I want you to try first, and then unpause the video and see if you got them right. So try number 1, 2, and 3. And then unpause the video and see if you wrote your expressions correctly. Number 1 says 5 more than a number. So where it says a number, that is our unknown. And we know that we want 5 more than that. So your expression would be x plus 5. Or you could do 5 plus x. Because addition is commutative, so both of those expressions represent the word form. Number 2, 7 less than a number. So again, a numbers are unknown, and we want 7 less than it. These subtraction ones do tend to confuse kids. This has to be x minus 7. It cannot be 7 minus x. And here's why. We want 7 less than a number. So if you picked a number, if you wanted that number to be 10, 7 less than that would be 3, right? So if you plug that in here, it would be 10 minus 7 is 3. If you plugged it in here, it would be 7 minus 10, and that would be negative 3. And that's not 7 less than 10. That would be 13 less than 10. You would need to do 10 minus 3 or minus 13 to get negative 3. So that's not going to work. Your only expression for this one is x minus 7. So just remember the subtraction ones can be a little tricky. Third one, half of a number. So again, a number, it's unknown. We want half of it. So you're going to take that number, a number, and divide it by 2. So you could write it as a fraction like that, number divided by 2, or you could write it as x divided by 2. Both are correct expressions. Alright, here are your last two. Write these expressions. Number 4 says 6 less than 4 times a number, and number 5 is 8 less than half of a number. So go ahead and hit pause and try these two. Hit play to see if you got them right. 6 less than 4 times a number. So again, we have a number. We're taking 4 times that number, so it's going to be 4x. And then we want 6 less than that. So 4x minus 6 is going to be the correct expression. For number 5, we want 8 less than half of a number. So again, you start with a number. We want half of it. So we'll divide it by 2. And then we want 8 less than that. So x over 2 minus 8 would be your algebraic expression. So we're going to use those skills, writing expressions, and we're going to try to create and solve an equation here. So Steve bought a new video game on sale for $40. The sale price is $5 more than half of the original price. So what is the original price? So highlighted in green here, we're going to write an expression. The sale price is $5 more than half of the original. So the original is the unknown. If you think back to those 5 expressions that we wrote where it said a number, that is our original price. It's a number. We don't know it. So let's start with x. And again, x is going to stand for the original price. So we take that original price and we want half of it. So it would be original price divided by 2. And then we want $5 more than that. So x divided by 2 plus 5. That is the expression for the sale price. Well, using the original price. We know that that is going to be equivalent to what is highlighted here in yellow, the sale price. So let's walk through this again. X is the original price. If you take that price and divide it by 2 and then add 5, you get the sale price. So it can be a little bit confusing, but we're going to go ahead and solve through with the steps that we talked about yesterday. This is a 2-step equation. So the first thing we want to do is find the variable. And we want to isolate that variable. We want to get it by itself. So we need to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation. Positive 5 and negative 5 will cancel, and that will leave us with x over 2 here, or x divided by 2, equals 40 minus 5 is going to be 35. Now our equation says x divided by 2 equals 35. Some of you guys could do that mentally. If you can't, remember you want to use what's called inverse operations. And we look at our variable and we see that it is being divided by 2. So you need to do the opposite of division. And we will multiply by 2. On both sides of the equation. These 2's will cancel and leave you with x. 35 times 2 is 70. So our sale price, I'm sorry, not our sale price, our original price, which is represented by x, we have proved down here is 70. So the original price of the video game was $70. As you finish this video, you have a worksheet in front of you, and it has several equations very similar to this one that you want to go through and solve with the same steps that you saw in the video. We'll check those together as a class. Do the best you can.